Next point is requirement of foundation of rotating electrical machinery. Okay. Solid foundation of a concrete is provided for the installation of a rotating machine to avoid the misalignment of plate proper mountain of the machines, the motor or prime mover and driven belts. Okay, you have to use there. And the mounted on the common foundation. Usually the manufacturer put the bolts on the machines on the common steel base. Okay, the size of the foundation is above the from the drawing supplied by the manufacturer. Okay, the foundation is designed taking into consideration the dynamic as well as the static load. Okay, you have to consider whatever the dynamic load as well as a static load while doing the dynamic for the rotating machinery. Okay, the foundation consists of the following points. The foundation, okay, the foundation made of cement, concrete material, the bed plate and foundation bolts. Okay, these are the requirement for the rotating machines. Okay, the concrete foundation should be about 15 centimeters larger in both length and breadth. Okay, these are the point will be asked for the MCQ questions. Okay, means for the length and breadth it should be a foundation having a 15 centimeter. Okay, larger. Then the depth of foundation is decided taking into the consideration the workplace, panel height, etc. Okay, the depth of foundation is depend on the HP rating. Okay, means it will be asked for also MCQ. The depth of foundation is depend on the HP rating. Okay, these are the HP ratings and these are the depths are provided. Okay, for the rotating machines. For the first case, 75 to 100 HP, 35 cent. Then the depth is 35 centimeter to 60 centimeters. For the 50 to 75 HP, 25 centimeter to 30 centimeters. Then 20 to 50 HP, 20 centimeter to 25 centimeter, and last one 10 to 25 HP, 15 centimeter to 20 centimeter. Means you can say that whatever the HP rating is, if the HP rating is increased, definitely the depth also increased, and vice versa is also true. Then how to make foundations, means how you are doing a foundations. Okay, then the concrete foundation can be made in the following manners. Okay, the excavation soil is done first for the depth mentioned in the above tables. Means as per the table you have to excavate, okay, for the soil. Then the length and width of the foundation size should be greater by 15 to centimeter than the machine feet. Means you have to make 15 to centimeter extra, okay, other than the machine feet. After excavation of soil, wooden frames are placed which give proper shape to the foundations. If you are using a wooden frames, okay, it is having a proper shape for the foundation. The wooden frame is also called the mould. Okay, it is arranged such that provision for the cable earthing pipe can also be provided. Okay, means you have to provide for the you can also provide the earthing pipes or plates, okay, for your equipment or machines. The plinth is usually tapered. It is larger at the base and smaller at the top. Foundation bolts of proper size are placed in cement concrete. Means if you are placing the foundation top foundation bolts, okay, also in the cement concrete also. Okay, sometimes plugs are provided for placing the foundation bolts. Means you have, in some cases you have to use the plug also in case of bolts. Okay, then next point is concrete foundation offer good result with a mixture consisting of 1 part Portland cement, 2 parts clean sand and 3 part small broken stones. Means it is if you are doing a combination of all these, means you are getting a good effect about the foundations. Okay, means we can say that a good foundations if you are doing these mixtures. Then the dry mixture is made first and then water is added to it. This mixture with water is homogeneously turned again and again. Okay, means we have to first one you have to do a dry mixture. Okay, whatever the proportions, standard proportions, and then you have to add the mixtures. And this is the mixture you have to do again and again. Okay. Then the next point is now it is ready for pouring into the molds. The framing for the concrete mixture is done. The foundation bolts, or we can say that plugs, are fixed in the concrete. Means you have to fix that. Then the wooden pattern mold is kept for 24 hours so that it can take solid form. The wooden pattern is removed. The walls of foundation are rough. Now they are finished with cement to get smooth surface of foundation surface is also levels. Means if you are using a wooden pattern, or if you are removing, okay, then the walls of the foundation are rough. Now they are finished with the cement. Means if you are replacing wooden by with the help of cement, okay, by doing a smooth surface, okay, or we can say that a smooth foundation surface. Okay, and the last point is the foundation necessary cured for at least 1 week for increasing the strength of cement concrete. The shape of foundation bolt and machine mounted on bed plate is as shown in above figure. Means I have to do a proper foundation, as well as what if you are doing a foundation at least for 1 week, you don't do any operations on machines, because minimum 1 week require to it make to strong the foundations. Okay, you have to see the above figures, how we have to do all these things, typical foundations types also, as well as then the here is the foundation plus cement, concrete also, bricks, and then the location of bolts. Okay, you have to make a proper placing of these bolts also. Okay, with the help of these dotted lines you can clearly identify these bolts locations. Then the here is the loop. Okay, you are doing this type of loops. Okay, then foundation bolts. Okay, here is a socket like a zigzag, you can use. Okay, now what precautions, okay, you have to take on this operation. The location of bolts are to be determined with the great accuracy, otherwise they will not be lined with the holes in the base or bed plate of the motors. The foundation bolts fix up the bed plate on the concrete foundation. The lower portion of the foundation bolts has eye shape or sawtooth shape to provide a grip in the foundation. Okay, already we are see here eye shape, or we can use the socket. Okay, or a grip in the foundation. Care should be taken in the leveling of the foundation to avoid the strain and distortion of the motor when the motor bolts are tightened. Means you have to check also a leveled. Okay, and is there any strain or distortion of the motor is to the problem may not be arised in a future also. Okay, anti-vibration machine mountings are provided at the foundation rotating machines. Okay, now the first point is resilient block mounting, where elasticity is most important property of cushioning materials like mats, felt, cork, rubber slabs, rubber bonded to steel fastening. Means well, block mounting, the where elasticity is the most important points. Okay, already we are, I think you are seeing in our machine lab also. Okay, we are using a rubber mat. Okay, placed where the machine is to be kept. Okay, now the next point is the spring mounting of bed plates is provided. Then helical springs are provided with or without pressing devices also. Okay, the machine foundation can shown below. The machine placed on the steel bed plate or steel bed. Okay, the steel bed is connected through a foundation bolts and the nuts to the foundation also. Okay, here is we are doing an RCC foundations. Okay, here is we can keeping the bolts. Okay, here is your machines. Okay, here is the machine beds, we can say that. Here is the threads we are using and bolts also, and you are doing maybe look like a threads or eye cut. Okay, as I discussed now previously. Okay, this is the foundation bolt you are using, and here is the foundation plugs. Okay, you have to do all these things. Okay, for the perfect combinations. Okay, for the machine and the foundation also.